2016 was identified by the Obama administration as a secret agent of the Putin government. 4 times FBI officials went to a federal surveillance court and argued they had probable cause to believe that Carter Page was working with Russian spies. He was an agent of a foreign government. 3 times, FBI Director Jim Comey personally signed off on this claim. Deputy Director Andrew McCabe and Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein put their names to it as well. So why were all of these officials so certain that Page, who was a Naval Academy graduate who has no criminal record, was betraying his country? Because we now know they were relying on the Trump dossier. That's the still unverified opposition research dump paid for by the RNC and the Hillary campaign and compiled by a British spy called Christopher Steele. The Trump dossier made spying on Carter Page possible. How are we sure of that? Because Andrew McCabe of the FBI said so behind closed doors under oath to Congress just this past December. Now, Democrats are now furiously denying that in anonymous leaks to sympathetic reporters, but it's obviously true. In a minute, we'll talk to a member of Congress who was in the room when McCabe said it. But ask yourself, if the FBI had powerful additional evidence that Page was a Russian spy, why did they include the dossier in their request at all? Indeed, why did they lead with it? The Trump dossier allowed our government to spy on Carter Page. That is not a talking point, it is a fact. And given that it's a fact, it is remarkable to learn that the FBI knew at the time that the dossier was unreliable, to put it charitably. An independent FBI unit analyzed that document and found its claims, quote, only minimally corroborated. The FBI also knew that the dossier's author, Christopher Steele, was an inflamed partisan working on behalf of political operatives trying to win a presidential race, you'll remember. Steele actually told DOJ employee Bruce Orr that he was, quote, desperate that Donald Trump not get elected and was passionate about him not being president. So assessing all of this, no rational person could in good faith treat the Trump dossier as fact. And yet that is exactly how the FBI presented it to the FISA court when they asked to spy on Carter Page. They never mentioned any of the facts we just gave you. They hid them. That is lying. There is no other way to describe it. They've been busted lying, but they won't admit it. Former FBI Director Jim Comey took to Twitter today not to apologize for any of this or even to address the facts the memo raised, but to mock the release of the memo, like the aspiring MSNBC contributor he apparently is. Dishonest and misleading, he said. He didn't bother to explain how it was dishonest and misleading. Of course he didn't. Comey, who leaked his notes on private meetings with the president in a petty revenge move after being fired, is now declaring it beyond the pale somehow for Congress to carry out its constitutional duties of oversight of the FBI. Comey apparently views the FBI as a fourth co-equal branch of government, not subject to the authority of the other 3. Suddenly, a lot of people in Washington seem to agree with him. The current FBI director, for example, the one that Trump chose, Christopher Wray, he apparently argued that the names of FBI officials in the memo ought to be redacted, hidden from public view. Why? How exactly would that serve the public interest? It would not serve the public interest. It would protect the FBI. And as always, that was the point. All of this should make you nervous, the dishonesty mixed with self-righteousness. Looking back, you wonder how many people at the FBI ever even believed, just for a moment even, that Carter Page was actually a Russian agent. They clearly don't believe that now. If they did, Page would be in handcuffs. Yet he's still a free man, though his civil liberties have been violated and his reputation has been destroyed. Democrats could not care less. They're still pretending that somehow Carter Page hurt this country. They know that's a lie. But Page himself, or what happens to him in the future, is all irrelevant to them. If he can be used to destroy a president they hate, they are happy to use him, even if he is crushed in the process.